You wake up, drive 30 minutes to work as an employee at your 9 to 5, which you hate, and all you can think about at work is providing for your family, starting your business, moving it forward, changing the world, and in the process, living the life of freedom and fulfillment you've always imagined. This podcast helps you transition from employee to entrepreneur. My name is Bradley G. Smith, and welcome to the Keymaker Nation podcast. Hey guys, welcome to another Keymaker Nation podcast. So again, I'm still driving home from work and had another idea hit me specifically related to a podcast episode that I was listening to today. And I've been following a guy in the marketing space who you're probably familiar with if you're in the marketing space at all. His name's Russell Brunson. And he's got a podcast that I listen to every day. I mean, he's got tons of material, so I'm always listening to it. And one of the things he said today was that, or at least in the podcast, one of the podcast episodes I listened to was that every business really has to have one of three archetypes. And the three archetypes he mentioned were there has to be a hacker, there has to be a hustler, and there has to be a hipster. And that's just sort of the archetype for the hacker basically being a developer, the hipster maybe being a designer, and the hustler being somebody who's out there trying to sell for the company. And so besides, so Keymaker Nation is a podcast, and I have a marketing business where I'm really trying to increase my skills with paid advertising specifically, and trying to sell my products and help other people sell their products with paid advertising. And so specifically for my business, like I said, previously, if you listen to my previous episode, I'm a software engineer by trade. So I'm sort of the hacker, and I've got the hacker piece down, but I'm also working lately on being the hustler. And so I'm trying to figure out how to drum up business in a better way. Of course, I can do the normal thing and, go to the online places and do freelancing, but I don't really want to just be a freelancer. I want to be more than that, have a bigger business than that. So that might be what I have to do initially, but I was thinking, that's fairly true, and if I have another business that I'm involved with, and specifically it's a development gaming business, and me and a couple other partners are building an old school arcade game. The game, in case you're wondering, is called Sky Cursor, and it seems some relative success in the arcade space, but in that business, those three archetypes exist, right? Myself as the hacker, one of the other guys as the hipster, so to speak. He'd probably hate it if I called him that, but he's the designer and he's really good at it. And then we've got the other guy who's basically the hustler, or we refer to that internally as the producer, who basically picks up and does anything that myself as the designer or the other guy as the developer don't want to do. And so, I was thinking about that. That's fairly true, that the hipster, the hacker, and the hustler. And so my challenge to you guys would be, in your business, if there's something that that you need that you don't have, my challenge to you is to figure out how you can outsource it. And for me, with this business and the marketing specifically, is it's definitely going to be that I'm going to have to outsource some of the design work. And I've already done that. There's places, of course, that you can get good photography, stock photography, but also logo design creation and landing page design sometimes as well. But yeah, outsource what it is that you don't have in your business. And so that's my challenge for you today with this podcast. So, all right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hey guys, don't forget to join me in the Keymaker Nation private Facebook group. If you're listening to the podcast via iTunes, please rate and review. And if you're listening via YouTube, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, thanks for listening.